Good morning, namaste. Welcome to Prenatal Yoga. My name is Amanda. And just a few reminders before we get started that during your pregnancy, your body is producing a lot of the hormone relaxin, and it does exactly what it sounds like it is. It relaxes the body, making space for baby and allowing the body to expand. Keeping that in mind when we go into deep stretches, specifically in the hips, only to take your stretches to 60 to 70% of your flexible edge, and that's for a faster recovery for postpartum. And then also, if you need to get a drink of water, have a snack, use the restroom, you're always welcome to do any of those things throughout practice to take care of your body. It's a little different than what we're usually told for yoga. And if you feel dizzy, tired, or just nauseous ever throughout the practice, you're always welcome to find a pose that suits you best, perhaps child's pose, or just coming to lie down on one side, whatever your body needs, always honor that. So let's get started by coming to find a comfortable sitting position, and that might look different for a lot of people. I always sit on my heels, but you can sit with the legs crossed in front, or you might prefer having the legs stretched out to the side. You also might like to have the soles of the feet together and bringing the knees out wide. There's lots of different options. So just finding whatever is most comfortable for you. That also might just look like leaning with your back up against the wall. Just finding a space to root down for the next few moments. Bringing the hands into Yoni Mudra, it's a downward facing triangle. And perhaps closing the eyes or gently looking in front of you. Taking a deep breath in, reaching tall through the spine and crown of the head. And exhaling, rooting through the sit bones, feeling your feet and legs as they ground down through the earth. With every inhale, filling your lungs with prana, life force energy. And with every exhale, radiating the prana into every cell of your and your baby's body. Taking a few moments, ask yourself, how am I feeling today? What does my body need? How do I honor my yoga practice today? Drawing your awareness to your second chakra, your sacral chakra, where you have the Yoni Mudra, your source of creativity, your juiciness, your ripeness, sensuality, connecting with your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, your authority, your agency. And perhaps coming to an intention for your practice. That might sound something like, I am grounded, I am breathing, I am calm. We'll open our practice with 3 Oms, bringing the hands together at heart center in Namaskar Mudra. Inhaling to prepare. Namaste. Welcome. We'll start by introducing a mantra, and this is one that is very special to me. The mantra is, I have everything I need. And just repeating that to yourself throughout practice, knowing that internally you have all the resources you need, and you can always connect back in with the Yoni Mudra, with your inner wisdom, your Shakti energy, divine feminine energy, your creativity. So we'll just begin by chanting together 3 times, I have everything I need, and call and response. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. And bringing your awareness into the heart center, the 4th chakra, our space for compassion and empathy, for loving one another. How does that feel to show our self-compassion, to show self-love? Just notice any sensations or feelings that come up, good or bad, and fully embracing them. Gently blinking the eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bending to the right. Right hand comes down to the mat. Reaching through the left side ribs. Breathing into the side body. The left hand will come around to the right ear as you inhale, reaching tall through the spine and crown of the head. And as you exhale, the left ear comes down to the left shoulder, stretching through the right side of the neck. You might keep the right hand beside the body, or you might circle the arm out to the side. And reverse your circle. Walking the left hand over to the left ear, using the hand to press the head back up to center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, C curve to the left, second side. Rooting down through both of the sit bones. Relaxing the jaw and neck muscles. Shoulder blades are rolled down on the back. And bringing the right hand around to the left ear, inhaling, coming back up to center, and exhale, right ear to right shoulder, stretching out the left side of the neck. You might close the eyes. Maybe you circle out the left hand out to the side. Right hand comes around to the right ear, pressing the head back up to center. Bringing the hands onto the chest, making skin to skin contact if you can. Pressing the skin downward of the neck. And then as you inhale, lifting up the head, the chin reaches up towards the ceiling as you extend the lower jaw forward like a bulldog, stretching out the front of the neck. Exhaling, lowering the chin down, walking the hands over to the right side, pressing the skin over towards the shoulder as you look over the left shoulder, away from the hands, stretching out the side of the neck, the fascia, lower jaw reaches forward again like a bulldog. Inhaling back to center, walking the hands over to the other side, stretching the hands towards the shoulder as you look over your right, lower jaw comes forward. Inhaling, coming back to center. Placing the hands on the knees, your next inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, rolling the shoulders back and down. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, back and down. Twice more. I have everything I need. Good. And then bringing the hands towards the chest, elbows out to the sides, making fists with the hands, and hands are about 1 fist distance apart. As you inhale, twisting to one side, and as you exhale, twisting to the other side. If you feel dizziness or vertigo, keep the head facing forward, looking at one focal point, and just twisting the shoulders and upper torso. If you don't feel any dizziness, you can look from left to right along with your shoulders. One more on each side. And then placing the hands down in front, coming into tabletop, find your way into cat-cat. You might like to have a blanket or fold the mat up to bring a little cushion under the knees. Knees are slightly wider than hip distance apart. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Inhaling, lift the chin up towards the sky. Chest comes forward. Hug baby towards the spine. Exhale, chin rounds down to the chest. Back comes up to the sky. Tailbone tucks under. Cat. Inhale, cow, chin up. Chest reaches forward, hugging baby towards the spine. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, rounding the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continuing with your own breath. And inviting any intuitive movement that feels good for you and your body today. That might look like circling out the rib cage, like you're cleaning out the inside of a bracelet. That might look like circling the hips back, coming back into almost child's pose and then circling the hips forward. Just gently warming up the spine, undulating the spine. If you're circling, reverse your rotation. And bringing the big toes together, knees out wide, sending the hips back into child's pose, Balasana. Arms might reach forward, or you might overlap the backs of the hands, bringing the forehead down onto the backs of the hands. Taking a deep breath in to the lower back, breathing all the way down to baby. And exhaling, releasing any tension. I have everything I need. Staying down in your child's pose for just one more breath. And then reaching the hands forward, coming back into tabletop. And then bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, coming down to the forearms. Hips are stacked over the knees. The knees can come out wider, almost mat distance apart. And you can either overlap the backs of the hands or create, stack the fists together, bringing the forehead down. So your third eye is on top of the eyes, on top of the hands. And then begin to circle out the hips, or you could create a figure 8 with the hips. Releasing any tension in the lower back and sides of the belly. This is a great space to step into between contractions to relax the pelvic floor. And reverse your rotation. Bringing your awareness into your pelvic floor. That's all the muscles that support your sphincters, all of the places that you excrete, your waste and elimination, and your reproductive organs. And just finding, how do I feel right now? Then we'll do 3 rounds of horsey lifts, and they're exactly how they sound, just pressing the lips together and exhaling, allowing the lips to vibrate with one another. Inhaling to prepare. Inhale. Last round. And now bringing the big toes together, knees out wide, pressing back into child's pose. Once again, drawing your awareness to the pelvic floor. It's the figure 8 of muscles that encompass all of our organs in the perineal region. Inhaling, coming forward into tabletop. Ducking the knees back under the hips or slightly wider. Hugging baby up towards the spine. Step the right foot back, pressing back through the heel, stretching up the calf. Creating space between the neck and shoulders. Relaxing the jaw and eyebrows. If you like more of a challenge, you might float the left arm forward. Gaze is down at the mat. The neck is in line with the spine. You're engaging through the abdominals, hugging baby towards the spine. And maybe the right foot floats up off the mat for even more of a challenge. If this is too much or strains your back, you can always place the right foot back down on the mat. And exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Bringing the weight into the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. And stepping your right foot back, the left foot can hinge behind you, finding side plank. Left hand, left knee, and right foot are all in one line. Reaching up through the right side of the body. Maybe this is as far as you go, or if you'd like more of a challenge, you might float the right foot up off the mat. And if you'd like even more challenge, you might bend the knee, taking the foot behind the back, pressing the foot into the hand, opening through the front of the shoulder, and stretching out the quad. And exhale, releasing the foot and hand back down to the mat. Big toes together, knees out wide, child's pose. Taking a deep breath in to the lower back and baby. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. One more deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, coming forward, tabletop. Shins are parallel. Knees are slightly wider than hip distance apart. Step the left foot back, pressing back through the heel. I have everything I need. Hugging baby to the spine. You can keep both hands on the mat, or you might float the right hand forward. And if you'd like even more of a challenge, the left foot might float up off the mat. Again, you always can come out of it if that's too much. Exhale, hand and knee, come back down to the mat. Bringing the weight into the right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches up as you twist the right foot to the side and step the left foot in line with the right hand and right knee. Engaging through the left obliques and side ribs. If you're feeling really strong and stable, the left foot might float up off the mat. And if you like even more of a challenge, you might bend the knee, taking the foot behind the back, opening through the front side of the body. Exhaling, foot and hand come down to the mat. Big toes together, knees out wide, child's pose. And you can stay in child's pose, or you might tuck the toes under, lifting the heels and hips, finding downward facing dog. Shoulders are activating. Pressing down through the index finger and thumb mounds. We might alternate bending each knee, pedaling out the feet. You might rock the head yes, rock the head no. Exhale, hands come down, knees come down to the mat. If you're in child's pose, inhale forward into tabletop. And inhale, right foot steps forward, finding a low lunge. You might just step your foot out to the side and heel toe it forward. Hands are up to the inside of the foot to make room for baby in your bump. So rooting down through the right foot, right hip activates back as the left hip squares to the front of the mat, engaging through the major muscles of birth. You might keep your hands down at the front of the mat for more support, or you might bring the hands to the top of the knee, inhaling, coming to reach the spine up tall. The hips are scissoring towards one another. If you're feeling really strong and stable in this low lunge, you might inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, cactus the arms out to the sides. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, cactus. We'll do 3 rounds of lion's breath, sticking the tongue out wide, eyes open. Exhaling lion's breath. Fierce lion. Brave lion, last round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Left arm stays up. Exhale, right hand to right hip. C curve to the right. Opening through the left front hip. The lion's breath activates the 5th chakra, throat chakra, which is our ability to speak truthfully, to find courage, to be honest with ourselves and our actions. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, hands come down to the knee, reaching the torso forward, and then hands climb down to the front of the mat, stepping the right foot back, coming into tabletop, and from table, your choice, either child's pose or downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths to lengthen out the back. I have everything I need. Inhale, coming into tabletop. And exhale, stepping the left foot around, heel-toeing it forward. Hands are to the inside of the foot for a little lunge, second side. Scissoring the hips towards one another, activating through both of the thighs. You might keep the hands down at the front of the mat, or hands might come to the top of the knee as you inhale, lifting the spine up tall. If you're feeling really strong and stable here, inhale, arms float up to the sky. Exhale, cactusing the arms out to the sides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. 3 rounds of lion's breath. Inhale, lift. Inhale, courageous lion. Inhale, fierce lion. Inhale, both arms reach up. Right arm stays up. Exhale, left hand to left hip. C curve to the left. Hips square to the front of the mat. Inhale, reaching both arms up. And exhale, hands come down to the knee or coming to the front of the mat. Stepping back into table, and from table to child's pose or downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in. And sigh out through the mouth. Another deep breath in. Sighing out through the mouth. Inhale, coming into tabletop. And from tabletop, we'll tuck the heels under, walking the hands back. Find your way to coming to a low squat. If you have a cushion, you can toss that out of the way. And However works best for you. You might bring the hands to the tops of the knees as you come into chair pose. Outside edges of the feet come to parallel. Feet are slightly wider than hip distance apart. Hands are on the insides of the knees, hugging baby towards the spine. So you're finding a neutral spine. Turning back inward, bringing your awareness to the second chakra, the sacral chakra. Right where baby is taking up space in your body. As we inhale, coming into cow, chin lifts up, chest shines forward, gentle back bend. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, round the back, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, cow, chin lifts, chest forward. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, round the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And we'll do 3 rounds of horsey lifts. Inhale, cow. Exhale, horsey lifts. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Inhale, finding neutral spine, and then using the strength of your legs coming up to stand, circling out the hips from side to side. Taking a deep breath in, bringing the shoulders up to the neck. Exhale out through the mouth as the shoulder blades come down and back. Inhale, shoulders reach up. Exhale out the mouth. One more round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Bring your way to the front of the mat. You're not there already. Finding a focal point coming into a balancing pose. You also can come over to a wall if balancing is really hard for you this far along in your pregnancy, or however far along you are in your pregnancy. So finding a focal point, bringing your weight into your left foot, and then bringing the right knee out to the side, finding tree pose. I'll mirror you. So finding tree pose, you're activating through the left thigh, so the hip isn't sinking out to the side. You're really strengthening through the glutes and the quads. And the right knee is out to the side. The ball of the foot can be on the ground for more support, or you might bring the foot to the inside of the calf or the inside of the thigh. Hands can be down on the hips for more support, or you might bring the hands into prayer at heart center, or if you have a fuller expression of tree, you are welcome to go there. If you are experiencing pubic symphysis and this is painful for your hips, you can always just keep the knee forward and lifting it as high as you can. That might feel better to keep both hips facing the same direction. And exhale, lowering the foot and hands down to the side, wiggling the hips and a figure eight rotation. And finding the second side, weight comes into the right foot as the left knee comes out to the side. You might want to place your hand on something for balance. Engaging through the right glutes and thigh as the left foot comes onto the ball, the inside of the calf or the inside of the thigh. Pressing your foot into the leg to activate through both thighs. And finding whichever hand variation you have on the first side. I have everything I need. Exhale, left foot comes down to the mat. Step the feet out slightly wider than hip distance apart, circling the hips from side to side. Angel pose. Bring the weight into the left foot as the right foot steps back behind you. Hands can stay on the hips for more support, or you might float the arms back like angel wings, opening through the heart center as if you had a string pulling your chest up towards the sky. Hugging baby towards the spine. If you're feeling really strong and stable, you have your focal point, you might float the right foot up off the mat, engaging through the glutes and back of the thigh. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Exhaling, hands and feet come down, circling out the hips. Angel pose, second side, finding your focal point. Weight comes into right foot, stepping the left foot back. Hands can stay on hips, or you might float the arms back like angel wings. Hugging baby to the spine, and maybe floating the left foot up behind you. Exhale, hands and feet come down. And step your feet out wide. You might heel toe the feet out. Finding goddess pose. So feet are about one leg distance apart. Toes will turn to the corner edges of your mat. Again, if you have pubic symphysis, you can, and turning the toes out wide is painful for you, you can always keep them parallel to one another. Hands come to the hips. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the hips down. Knees are activating towards the pinky side edge of the foot. Thighs are externally rotating, so rotating behind you. Inhale, reaching tall through the spine and crown of the head. And then bringing the elbows to the sides. Palms face up like you're holding two teacups in your hands. Inhale, open the hands out to the sides. Elbows stay glued to the side ribs. Exhale, hands come forward. Inhale, opening out. Exhale, coming forward. Keep going with your own breath. Strengthening the rotator cuff, the cuddling and cradling muscles of the shoulder. 3 more rounds. You got this, mama. I have everything I need. Inhale, arms reach up, legs lengthen. Star pose. Stretching the arms and legs as far apart as possible. Exhale, hands come down to the sides. Feet come to parallel. Reaching tall through the spine. Exhale, the chin comes to chest. Rounding the right ear to the right shoulder. And then head coming forward, left ear to left shoulder. Circling out the head for 2 more breaths. And inhaling, coming back to center, toes turn to the corner edges of the mat. Exhale, goddess pose. Hips down, keeping the hands on the hips. Inhale, right arm lifts up as you see curve to the left. Exhale, hands back to center. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Twice more on each side. You got this, mama. And inhale, reach the arms up, star pose, legs lengthen. Exhale, hands come down to the sides. Bringing the feet parallel. And reaching the arms out to the sides again. Wrists are step over the ankles. If they're not, you might have to heel toe the feet to find your alignment. Then reaching the left toes forward towards the front of the mat, bending the left knee, warrior 2. The left knee is directly above the ankle and pressing outward towards the pinky side edge of the foot so you can see the big toe and second toe. Inhale, left arm reaches up, exalt your warrior, opening through the left side ribs. Exhale, side angle, left arm comes down to the knee, right arm reaches up. Engaging through the right side of the ribs, lifting the ribs up towards the sky. As you're strengthening through the left thigh. And you might circle out the top arm, gently massaging the shoulder. Reverse your rotation. And now flowing with the breath, inhale, exalt your warrior, left arm reaches up. Exhale, side angle, right arm comes up. Inhale, reverse, exalt your warrior. Exhale, side angle, one more round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, finding warrior 2. And exhale, lengthening the legs, hands come down to the hip. Feet come to parallel, and then right foot turns to the back of the mat. Bending the knee, exhale, warrior two, second side. Checking in with that front knee. I have everything I need. Sometimes we feel like we're too tired and we can't do it anymore. We hit a wall. That's when we really need to tell ourselves, I have everything I need. I can get through this. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Right arm comes up. Relaxing the jaw and face. Exhale, side angle, right arm to the top of the knee. Left arm reaches up. Check in with your toes. Are you crunching your toes or are they happy free toes? Can you wiggle them? Inhale, reverse your warrior, exalt. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, exalted warrior. And exhale, side angle. One more round with your own breath. And then inhale, coming into warrior two. Exhale, lengthening the leg. Feet come to parallel. Hands come down to the hips. Now tying the feet back together. And we'll bend both of the knees. Stepping the right foot forward, extending through the leg. Reaching the hips back, bending deeply through the left knee. Hips are square to the front of the mat as you stretch out the back of the right leg. Hugging baby to the spine. You might like to do this next to a wall. So you might even lean forward while holding the wall and reaching your hips back. Inhale, coming up. Second side. Stepping the left foot forward. Exhale, bending the right knee. Hips reach back. Hugging baby towards the spine. And inhaling, standing up tall, coming to the front of your mat. Stepping the feet out, almost mat distance apart. Outside edges of the feet come to parallel, big toes slightly turned in. And bending, if you're in your third trimester and you are breached, just coming down to chair pose with the hands to the insides of the knees. Or you might like to come just take a seat, finding butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Otherwise, you can sit the hips down, coming into Malasana, garland pose. If you don't have a lot of ankle mobility, your heels might be lifted. You might like to place a blanket or a cushion underneath the heels so they have something to rest down on. You might also like to sit on a bolster or block. And we're just lengthening out the lower back. So The chin is reaching down towards the chest. You might bring the hands into prayer, pressing the upper arm or tricep into the inside of the knee to press the knee out to the side behind you, lengthening through the groin. And again, check in with your feet. If you have any SI joint pain, when the feet turn outward, the toes point away from each other, that can crowd the SI joint. So the big toes slightly tucked toward one another, outside edges of the feet will bring more space into the area where the spine and pelvis meet, and brings our birth canal into alignment, opening up the birth canal up to 30% more. Turning inward, maybe you even close your eyes. Coming back to your intention you set for your practice. I have everything I need. Feeling your sense of intuition, your wisdom, inner guidance. And asserting yourself, finding your authority, your agency. You know what is best for you and your baby. Gently blinking the eyes open, hands come forward, coming forward onto the knees, big toes together, knees out wide. And then walking the hands back behind you, fingertips point away. Inhale, lifting the chest up, the head might fall back, coming into a modified camel. If you have tender neck, you can keep the chin tucked towards the chest as you shine the heart forward, opening through the front of the shoulders. Exhale, chest comes back down as you walk the hands forward, finding child's pose. Taking a deep breath in as you're in child's pose, and sigh out through the mouth. Releasing any tension. Deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth. Drawing your awareness back into your body. How am I feeling right now? And we'll do 3 rounds of Brahmari breath, the honeybee breath. It sounds like the M in Om. The tongue comes to touch the teeth. Exhaling to prepare for 3 rounds of Brahmari breath while in child's pose. Inhale together. Inhale, happy little honeybee. Bringing your awareness into any sensations you feel. The honeybee breath vibrates the vagus nerve, bringing the body into a deeper state of relaxation. I think this is a fun practice to have while baby is in the womb, and you might find that the honeybee breath calms your baby once it is out in the real world. Inhale, coming forward into tabletop, keeping the knees out wide, hands come underneath the shoulders, big toes stay together. And exhale, tipping the feet up towards the sky. You might want to walk your hands forward as the hips come down to the mat, coming into a gentle back bend as the chest reaches forward. Exhale, hips come back. Maybe even rounding the back towards child's pose. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And inhale, finding tabletop. Bringing the knees around, coming to find a seat. Soles of the feet come to touch, butterfly pose. Hands can take the shins, ankles, or feet as you inhale, lifting tall through the spine, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, hinging forward. Arms press into the inside of the knees, keeping the back flat and the chest lifted so baby is not compressed. You might even walk the hands to the insides of the feet, massaging the soles and the arches of the feet. They do so much to support us every day. And inhaling, coming back up to sit up tall, bringing the feet out wide, hands behind you. As you windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Gently leaning back. Hands stay behind you, bringing the right ankle on top of the left knee as you press the right knee forward away from the body, and you might step the left foot towards you to find a deeper stretch. Keeping in mind the 60 to 70% of your edge. And exhale, right foot comes down. Inhale, left foot comes to the top of the right knee. You might need to walk the foot forward and then step it back towards the body. Flexing the left foot. Exhale, left foot comes down to the mat. One more time, feet open wide. as you walk your hands forward and drape yourself over your knees. Head releases down, completely weightless, relaxing all of the neck muscles. Maybe closing your eyes. I have everything I need. Inhale, reaching the spine back up tall. Coming to find a restorative pose. That might look like Shavasana, corpse pose lying on the back. For some of you, it might not be comfortable lying on the back. So I recommend having two cushions, one for the head and one for the legs. Coming to lie on the left side. The left arm can come underneath the head and the knees are in a right angle, supporting the feet and the knees. And if you experience any tightness in the hips, it might be because your knees are too far down, but bringing them more forward so you have two right angles will help with the tightness of the hips. Closing the eyes, the right hand can come onto the baby, or it might just be on the ground in front of you. Turning your awareness inward. Scanning the body, asking, how am I feeling right now? Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And not rationalizing or analyzing those feelings, just simply being with them, acknowledging they are there, as complex as they are. Without judgment. You have every right to feel how you do right now. I have everything I need. Keeping the awareness inside of the body. into the breath. Gently wiggling the fingers and toes. And slowly, with helping hand, making your way back up to a comfortable sitting position. Eyes can be closed or gently looking in front of you. You might like to place the hands in Yoni Mudra. You can have one hand on the heart or one hand on the womb space and baby, or any other mudra you like. Taking a deep breath in, lifting tall to the spine. Exhale out through the mouth. One more deep inhale in. And sigh it out through the mouth. Coming back to your intention you set for your practice today. Honoring that intention. May you honor it for the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Honoring all the work that you have done throughout your practice today. All of the awareness you have drawn around your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual well-being. And just knowing where you are. Offering gratitude to your body as it has supported you and your baby throughout practice today. Thank you, body, for everything you do. There's so much I do not even have to think of that you take care of me. You take care of for me. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of my baby. Bringing the hands to heart center. We'll close our practice with one Om and 3 Shantis. Shanti means peace. And the first round we say peace for ourselves. The second for our family and loved ones. And third is for the world. Again, the word is Shanti. Exhaling to prepare. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you could make it today. And again, my name is Amanda. This is Yoga by Donation. And if you feel compelled to make a donation, there is a link below for the different organizations, and practitioners that we are supporting. Thank you so much for showing up, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.